So a lovely lady on the internet the other day called Africa a shithole. So I said, let's find out why this lovely continent is called a shithole and why are we actually living on this shithole. Hi there, my name is Janita Maya. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, please make sure you do subscribe. So I saw this clip of this lady who had such negative things to say about Africa, and I said, you know what, let's hear what she has to say and let's debunk it. Like, let's actually get into detail. Let's watch the clip.
I'd rather go back to America and deal with the racism in America before I sit here in Africa and deal with the bullshit bribery, the bullshit fraud, the bullshit scams, the bullshit too expensive, the bullshit not having no snacks, the bullshit not having no food, the bullshit electricity, the bullshit hot water, the bullshit what's that shit called that be coming down?
Bullshit lizards.
The bullshit animals. It's scorpions outside the house. It's big ass spiders. It's big ass lizards. Colorful lizards you ain't never seen before. All in the room with you, sleeping with you. All the bullshit people trying to scam you when you go outside thinking you rich. So they trying to get more money off of you. I'm really trying to wrap my head around this shit. I'm really trying to wrap my head around how are Americans coming to Africa and being happy. Please comment down below. Because for me, I'm ready to go. And I always used to say, if it's up to me, it will be. And I'm going to go out to Africa and make shit happen. No, I don't want to. I want to take my businesses back to America. I want to open up shop back in America, open up my dentist office, and all the stuff that I was going to do out here in America. Steady electricity. And the only time our electricity get cut off is when we don't pay the bill. And we got it so good now, we got prepaid electricity. So if we forget to pay the bill, we put some money on that prepaid thing and it comes right back on in 2 minutes. In less than 2 minutes. This shit right here didn't come on for 14 hours yesterday. I can't deal. I love the people. Don't get me wrong. When I'm outside, I'm having fun. I love the people. But when I come back to reality, when you come back home, home is where the heart is, right? When you come back home, you're supposed to feel comfortable. You're supposed to be happy. I'm not happy. To live in a house where you look outside and all you see is turkeys and ducks and chickens and sheeps and old malnourished cows.
So guys, malnourished cows aside, let's talk about this lovely lady who sat down on the internet and had to trash talk the continent that she escaped to. She'd rather go back to the racism and the microaggression. Let's break it down. One of the key things that she said is that there were no snacks, no food, which translates to me that there was no junk food for her, which translates to me that there was no sugary food that she would have wanted. Guys, there's so many snacks in Africa. They're like cassava snacks, plantain snacks. There's so many snacks that you can actually pick from. But then I do understand that she's missing her, daily dose of sugary snacks that she would like to have. And there's that. I mean, she came spoiled. She came with her palate that was quite spoiled, and then she got there and then there were like healthy foods and healthy snacks, and I'm pretty sure she's just like, no, I'm not interested in that. Give me what I want. The mindset of leaving where you're from and then thinking, hey, if I go to Africa, it's going to be like Walmart. I'm going to be in some big mall and have a good life and live large makes no sense to me, because it doesn't exist. There's no connection. Moving to Africa to be expecting to be catered for, expecting your palate to be catered for, is so absurd to me. You could have carried your snacks, but you decided not to carry your snacks. I'm pretty sure they're healthy snacks. The pumpkin seeds that you can eat as a snack. There's so many healthy snacks and healthy versions of snacks that you can, indulge in. But because you saw snacks that were not up to your testing or were not up to your liking, you decided to say, this is one shithole. They have no snacks. They have no food. What do you mean they have no food? There was a malnourished cow outside your window. You could have killed the cow and eaten the cow. So what do you mean there's no food? There were goats, chickens, ducks, turkeys right outside your house, like you mentioned. You could have gone in out and eaten food. What do you mean there's no food? That doesn't make sense. One thing about Africa is that food is in abundance. I'll speak for my country. Uganda is like the food basket of East Africa. You can't starve. Okay, you could starve, but like there's food. You can go to the village and climb someone's mango tree, cassava tree, not cassava tree, cut out cassava tree, climb someone's mango tree, climb someone's avocado tree, and have yourself a cute little snack and some guacamole while you're at it. So this whole story of no snacks and no food, there was a malnourished cow right outside your door. Should have killed it. So she also talked about no hot water and electricity issues. So, but she chose cheap. The place she probably decided to stay at was cheap, because what do you mean there's no hot water? There are so many developed places in Africa that have access to hot water, that have access to all these things that she would need, that have access to the internet, that have access to clean water, that have access to stable electricity. But the area that you pick also plays a part. I'm pretty sure there's slums in the States. I don't want anyone to come here and say there are no slums in the States. I'm pretty sure there are areas in the States that also go through certain things that are similar to Africa, but I don't see anyone complaining about that. It's always when you come here, you expect to pay pennies and then expect the princess treatment, which makes no sense. If you're looking for comfort, then you should be able to pay the money to get the comfort that you need. You can't think Africa is all this cheap continent and then think I'll just spend $2 and get like a 5-star type of hotel with hot water and no malnourished cows outside your window. It doesn't work like that. Let's talk about the infamous malnourished cow, the turkey, the goats, the chickens outside. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's nature. A shocker that you came to Africa and you saw nature and you were so taken back. Like, how dare they have some nature? Do you even know where eggs come from? Do you know where milk comes from? It doesn't just appear into the supermarket and you find it on the shelves. No, it actually comes from these little animals outside the window that you're talking about. It's giving you wanted to come to a plastic pavemented type of lifestyle, and now that you're shown a little bit of nature, you don't want to live a grounded life. Like, you don't want to connect with nature. I mean, I had a hen run after me and it was an experience in itself. There's not much I can say about it. I was horrified, but I laughed about it afterwards. But guess what? I got some miles in and I got some steps in, because that little hen was running after me and I was running for my dear life. So that was an exercise in itself, and that was me connecting with nature. You can see it as you want. There's this whole, when most times when people move to Africa, they're looking for healing, they're looking, for freedom, they're looking to be grounded. And then you get there and then it's like, no, you just wanted your US lifestyle in a different continent with your fellow black people. That's what it's giving. Well, you can't have it both, unfortunately. This whole thing of I want to go back to America and open shop, I want to go back to America and do something, it's giving like she is really giving up. And that just goes to show that she wasn't in it for the plot. She was just in it for the vibes, if you get what I mean. It's giving she wasn't serious about reconnecting, and she was just romanticizing the whole idea of what Africa should be, of what the Wakanda, what Wakanda should be. And then getting there, it's like, this is not the Wakanda that I wanted. I am out of here. Coming to Africa is all about you adapting to the things you find on ground, being able to pivot, being able to move on as you go, being able to build. Rome wasn't built in one day, obviously. So I think if you do want to build a life in Africa, you have to be willing to go through certain things. So go ahead and build. There's nothing wrong with building. Finally, calling Africa a shit show is not criticizing Africa. It's you sounding like our colonizers. It's you coming to a continent where you have the opportunity to rebuild, opportunity to give back to community, but you decided to just be self-centered, think about yourself, and just do your own thing. Calling it a shit show because it wasn't tailor-made to fit your preferences or tailor-made to provide you with the snacks that you're looking for is disrespectful. It's disgusting. It's not critiquing at all. It's very, very much disrespectful to Africans on the continent trying to make something of this lovely continent. At the end of the day, it's giving that she was just a tourist in a kente. When people put on the African wear, the kitenge, which is also called the kente, then they think they've automatically African or something like that, and it doesn't work like that. She came to consume, and then when Africans didn't roll out a red carpet and give her all the hot water that she needed with all her snacks, she decided to give up. And thus people who are like that, like when they get here and they're just like, oh, suffering, building. Oh, that's not. They leave. So I think my final words would be, guys, Africa is not just a vibe. It's not our Wakanda. It's not a dream that you have of what Africa should be or how it should behave towards you or your expectations of Africa. We have real problems. We have real challenges. We have real people, and we have real dreams and real visions on how we can do this thing together and make it better. So you coming here expecting what it is that you're expecting, and for people to forget whatever it is that they're forgetting, doesn't make sense. So yeah, guys, check yourself before you decide to just hop on a plane and come here to complain. Maybe you can just stay where you are, where you're comfortable, and you have all the hot water and the snacks that you need. You don't have to come here and then just call this place a shithole. Makes no sense. Guys, that's it from me. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Do all the nice things. Subscribe, like, comment, do all the nice things. And I'll see you next time. Bye.